Most people over 60 know they should watch their salt. But here's the surprise, it's not the salt you sprinkle that's doing the most harm. It's the salt that's hiding in everyday foods, even the ones that look harmless, that can quietly drain the strength from your bones day after day. If you've ever wondered why your joints feel a little stiffer, or why a small bump leaves a bigger bruise than it used to, this might be one of the hidden reasons, because after 60, your body changes how it handles sodium, and that shift can pull precious calcium out of your bones, leaving them weaker over time. But here's the good news. Once you know which salty foods are quietly sabotaging your bones, you can swap them for smart, satisfying alternatives that actually help your body hold on to calcium and keep your bones strong. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 worst salty foods that almost everyone over 60 eats without realizing the damage. The 4 better choices that protect your bones. Simple swaps that don't require giving up flavor, and 1 easy daily habit that helps your body flush out excess salt naturally. Stick with me until the end, because the 2 healthy food on the worst list surprises almost everyone. It's something most seniors are told is good for their heart, yet it slowly drains bone strength if eaten too often. So grab a cup of water, not soda, and let's start by understanding why salt becomes a silent bone thief after 60, and how you can stop it before it causes real trouble. When you're in your 20s or 30s, your bones act like a solid savings account. Every bit of calcium you get from food goes straight in, building strong reserves. But after 60, the balance shifts. Your body begins withdrawing calcium faster than it deposits it. And one of the biggest withdrawal triggers is hidden salt. Here's the simple science. When your diet has too much sodium, your kidneys work overtime to flush it out, but they can't do that job alone. To balance the excess salt, your body pulls calcium out of your bones and sends it into your urine, where it's lost forever. So every salty meal isn't just making you thirsty. It's literally washing away bone strength bit by bit. Now, you might say, but I don't even add much salt. That's true for most older adults. The problem isn't the salt shaker, it's the salt hiding in bread, soups, sauces, and even breakfast cereals. Over 70% of the salt we eat doesn't come from the table, it's already built into the foods we buy. And here's what's sneaky. As we age, our sense of taste dulls a little, so we crave stronger flavors without realizing it. That makes processed, salty foods even more tempting, and that craving cycle can quietly accelerate bone loss. But there's good news. Reducing sodium doesn't mean bland meals. In fact, studies show that people who cut just 25% of their daily salt not only protect their bones, but also improve blood pressure, kidney function, and even energy levels within weeks. Imagine this, your next bone scan showing improvement not because of a new pill, but because of small, delicious swaps you made in your kitchen. That's the power of understanding why salt matters now more than ever. In just a moment, we'll uncover the 4 everyday salty foods that secretly drain your bones. And you might be shocked by 2, because it's something most people consider healthy. 4. Worst salty foods that drain your bones. Let's start with the 4 salty foods that silently weaken your bones, the ones most people over 60 eat almost every week without realizing what they're doing to their calcium balance. 1. Processed meats, ham, bacon, sausages. These favorites pack more than just flavor. They're loaded with sodium, preservatives, and phosphates that pull calcium out of your bones. Just 2 slices of ham can contain nearly half your daily sodium limit. But here's the real kicker. It's not just the salt. The added phosphates trick your body into excreting more calcium through your urine. That's a double hit to bone strength. If you've noticed more morning stiffness or leg cramps, your body might be signaling that it's time to ease up on the deli counter. Mini hook. Most people think turkey slices are better, but we'll come back to why that's only half true in the next section. 2. Canned soups and broths. You might think soup is gentle on the stomach, and it is, but many canned soups hide shocking amounts of sodium. A single serving of chicken noodle soup can have 900 to 200 milligrams of salt. almost a full day's allowance for someone over 60 with high blood pressure. This extra sodium forces your kidneys to work overtime, which then drains calcium to flush the salt. Even low-fat or heart-healthy soups can be deceiving because they cut fat but keep the salt high to preserve taste. And if you're sipping instant bouillon or cup noodles, those can top 500 milligrams in one serving, a true bone-draining bomb in disguise. Mini hook. Coming up, you'll hear about a healthy snack that's even sneakier, and almost everyone keeps it in their pantry. 3. Salted crackers, chips, and low-fat snacks. When companies remove fat from snacks, they often add more salt to keep flavor. That means low-fat doesn't equal bone-safe. A small handful of salted crackers or chips can easily add 400–600 milligrams of sodium, and who stops at just one handful? What's more, refined carbs spike blood sugar, which increases calcium loss through urine. So that evening snack in front of the TV may be doing more harm than you think, not just to your waistline, but to your bones. If you've ever woken up feeling puffy or stiff the morning after a light snack, sodium is often to blame. Mini hook. But the next food might surprise you even more because it's something many doctors actually recommend. 4. Healthy sandwiches and restaurant salads. This one shocks most people. Many seniors think, I don't eat junk, I get a sandwich or salad at the cafe. But here's the trap. Processed dressings, deli meats, cheese, and bread together can pack 502,000 milligrams of sodium in one meal. That's almost your entire daily limit before dinner even begins. Even seemingly light vinaigrettes can contain over 400 milligrams per serving, and restaurant soups served alongside add another 700 milliliters. When you combine these, you're bathing your bones in a salty flood. Your kidneys can't handle efficiently anymore. The science is clear. After age 60, the kidneys naturally lose some filtering capacity. That means the same meal that wouldn't hurt you at 40 can now quietly leach calcium faster. But here's the encouraging part. You don't have to give up flavor or favorite meals. By swapping a few key ingredients, you can still enjoy savory food while protecting your bones, and that's exactly what we'll cover next. So before you plan your next grocery trip, stay with me because the next part reveals 4 smart, satisfying swaps that help you keep flavor while keeping your bones strong. 4 smart salty swaps that protect bone health. You've just seen how everyday salty foods can quietly drain the calcium out of your bones, but here's the part most people never hear. You can reverse that trend, starting right in your kitchen. You don't have to eat bland food or give up the meals you love. You just need to make smarter swaps, choices that give you flavor, comfort, and bone protection at the same time. Let's walk through 4 of the most powerful ones, plus a few bonus tips along the way. 1. Swap processed meats for fresh protein with herbs and healthy marinades. Instead of bacon, ham, or sausages, go for fresh cuts of chicken, turkey, or fish. When you cook your protein yourself, you control what goes in and what doesn't. A homemade herb rub with olive oil, garlic, black pepper, and rosemary gives flavor that rivals any processed meat, without drowning your body in sodium and phosphates. Here's why it matters. Processed meats don't just add salt. They contain compounds that make your kidneys pull extra calcium from your bones, a silent drain that adds up day after day. Switching to fresh proteins for even 4 meals per week can reduce sodium intake by up to 30% and help stabilize bone density over time. Pro tip: if you miss the smoky taste of bacon, use smoked paprika or grill your meat briefly. You'll get that same aroma with a fraction of the salt. Mini hook. And if soup has been your comfort food, don't worry, you can still have it with a twist that keeps your bones strong. 2. Swap canned soups for quick homemade broths or freezer soups. Store-bought soups and bouillons can pack more salt than an entire bag of chips, but you can make a flavorful broth in 20 minutes, or less. Just simmer chopped carrots, celery, onion, garlic, and a few herbs in water or low-sodium stock to boost flavor naturally. Add a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar near the end. Acid helps enhance taste so you won't even miss the salt. Freeze extra portions in small containers and you'll have instant healthy meals for busy days. If you do buy boxed soups, look for labels that say 140 milligrams sodium or less per serving. That's your green zone for bone-friendly options. And don't forget you can add beans, lentils, or barley for texture and extra minerals like magnesium, which also supports bone strength. Mini hook. Now, let's talk about that irresistible crunch most people crave, the afternoon salty snack that sneaks up on everyone. 3. Swap salty snacks for crunchy, bone-loving alternatives. Crackers, chips, and pretzels might taste light, but they often carry 400–600 milligrams of sodium per handful. That's more than half your daily limit before dinner even begins. The good news, you can still satisfy your craving for crunch. Try roasted chickpeas with paprika, air-popped popcorn sprinkled with nutritional yeast, or sliced cucumber with hummus. These choices not only cut sodium dramatically, but also add fiber and magnesium, two allies your bones love. Even a small change like choosing unsalted nuts roasted with olive oil and herbs can help your body retain calcium and reduce swelling in your joints. After just a week or two, many people notice their rings fit better, their ankles look less puffy, and their energy feels steadier. Smart snack combo: mix almonds, pumpkin seeds, and a few raisins, salty sweet satisfaction without sabotaging your bones. Mini hook. And what about those healthy cafe salads? You might be shocked at how one small tweak can save your bones thousands of milligrams of sodium each week. 4. Swap restaurant dressings for simple homemade mixes. Here's a secret. The dressing on your salad often has more salt than the fries you didn't order. Most bottled dressings contain 400–800 milligrams of sodium per serving, while restaurant versions can double that, but making your own takes just 60 seconds. Combine olive oil, lemon juice, Dijon mustard, and herbs. Shake it in a jar, and you've got a fresh, heart-healthy, bone-protecting dressing with under 100 milligrams of sodium. If you love creamy flavors, try mixing Greek yogurt with garlic, dill, or a little honey. This adds protein and calcium, helping offset the salt you do consume elsewhere. And when you eat out, simply ask for dressing on the side. This single habit can cut your salt intake for that meal in half. Over time, your taste buds adapt. Within a few weeks, you'll start craving the natural flavor of food itself, not the salt. Your meals will taste cleaner, fresher, and more satisfying than ever before. Bonus habit: the 2-to-1 rule. For every serving of salty food you do enjoy, add 2 servings of potassium-rich foods, things like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, or yogurt. Potassium helps your kidneys balance sodium naturally and reduces calcium loss. It's a simple formula that keeps your bones strong without obsessing over every label. So, to recap your smart swaps: fresh herbs and grilled meats instead of processed deli cuts, quick homemade broths instead of canned soups, crunchy chickpeas or nuts instead of chips, homemade dressings instead of bottled ones, and always remember the 2-to-1 potassium rule. These are small, doable changes, not a strict diet. They fit your routine, your budget, and your taste buds. And over time, they can help protect your bones, lower blood pressure, and even improve energy and sleep. Because protecting your bones isn't about restriction. It's about rediscovering flavor the natural way. And that's what aging strong is all about. Enjoying food that loves you back. If this video has opened your eyes to how salt affects your bones, take a moment to let me know in the comments below. What surprised you the most so far? Was it the hidden salt in soups, or the way small swaps can make such a big difference? Your comments truly guide what we cover next. I read everyone, and your experiences help thousands of others watching just like you. And if this has been helpful, please tap that like button. It tells YouTube this kind of health content matters. It's a small gesture that helps us reach more people who need simple, science-backed guidance for life after 60. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Vital Health so you never miss the next step-by-step video to keep your body strong and your energy high. one practical tip at a time. Now that you know the salty culprits and the smarter swaps, it's time to put everything into practice. Think of this as your strong bones. Low salt daily blueprint, not a diet, but a gentle rhythm that keeps your body balanced, your energy steady, and your bones protected. No calorie counting, no deprivation, just 5 simple layers that work together, quietly and powerfully. Step 1. Begin your day with balance, not coffee. Your morning sets the tone for your bones. Overnight, your body loses water and concentrates sodium, which means the very first thing you drink matters. Start with a large glass of water with a squeeze of lemon. The vitamin C supports collagen in your bones, and the hydration helps your kidneys flush out salt that built up overnight. Then, before coffee, grab something potassium-rich, half a banana, a few orange slices, or a small bowl of oatmeal with berries. Potassium helps your kidneys trade salt for strength. It balances sodium and reduces calcium loss. Mini tip: add a sprinkle of cinnamon or chia seeds. They stabilize blood sugar, which also helps your bones stay dense and flexible. Step 2. Shop smart and read labels the easy way. You don't need to become a label expert, just follow this one rule. If a package lists 5% or less sodium per serving, it's a great choice. Between 6% and 19%, it's fine in moderation. At 20% or more, it's a bone drainer. This quick scan takes 2 seconds at the store but prevents thousands of extra milligrams of sodium from sneaking into your week. And remember, even foods that don't taste salty can hide it. Bread, cereal, sauces, and even cottage cheese can all surprise you. The key is awareness, not fear. Once you notice, your choices automatically improve. Mini hook. The next step makes healthy food actually taste good without missing the salt. Step 3. Train your taste buds with herbs and real flavor. Salt addiction isn't just habit, it's biology. As we age, our taste buds naturally become less sensitive, so we crave stronger flavors. But the good news is, you can retrain your taste buds in just 3 to 4 weeks. Start by replacing half your usual salt with herbs. Garlic, onion powder, basil, rosemary, lemon zest, and a few drops of olive oil can transform any meal. If you cook soups or meats, try adding acid lemon juice or vinegar at the end. It brightens flavor naturally. After a month, your tongue adjusts, and you'll start to find packaged foods too salty. That's a sign your body has reset to its natural balance. Mini tip: keep a small flavor basket on your counter. Olive oil, garlic, pepper grinder, dried herbs ready to go. It turns cooking into a small act of self-care. Step 4. Balance your plate with bone builders. Think of every plate as having 3 zones. Protein for structure, chicken, tofu, eggs, or fish. Greens for minerals, spinach, kale, broccoli, or bok choy. Healthy fats for absorption, olive oil, nuts, or avocado. When these 3 appear together, your body absorbs calcium and magnesium far more efficiently. This means even if you eat a little salt, your bones stay protected because the nutrient team is balanced. Bonus idea: replace one salty processed snack each day with a bone booster like yogurt with seeds, or a small handful of almonds. Over a month, that's over 10,000 milligrams less sodium in your diet, without effort. Step 5. Move the salt out. Movement isn't just good for your heart, it helps process sodium. When you walk, your muscles act like gentle pumps, improving circulation and kidney function. Even a 10-15-minute walk after meals helps flush excess salt and reduce bloating. You don't need a gym. A stroll around the block, light gardening, or stretching while watching TV all count. And because bones respond to movement, every step tells your body, keep me strong. Evening ritual: end your day with a short walk, a glass of water, and a deep breath of gratitude. Your body has carried you well today. Step 6. Rehydrate the smart way. Instead of reaching for flavored drinks or sodas, create your own hydration ritual. Water with lemon, mint, or cucumber slices keeps flavor fresh without sugar or sodium. If you crave something warm, try herbal teas like chamomile or hibiscus. They naturally support kidney function and lower blood pressure. Staying hydrated is one of the simplest ways to keep your bones strong because it helps your kidneys manage sodium and minerals effectively. Mini hook: If you remember one thing from today, let it be this next rule, the 2-to-1 rule. Your lifelong bone protector. For every salty food you enjoy, say a sandwich or a bowl of soup, add 2 servings of potassium-rich foods like banana, spinach, beans, or yogurt. This single ratio helps your body cancel out the effects of sodium naturally. You'll balance minerals without tracking anything. It's easy, sustainable, and works quietly in the background just the way true health habits should. Final reflection. When you weave these habits into your day, salt stops being your enemy. You'll enjoy flavor again. Your joints feel lighter, your blood pressure steadies, and your next bone scan might surprise you. And remember, it's not about cutting salt out of your life, but putting balance back in, because strong bones aren't built by restriction, they're built by rhythm, awareness, and self-respect. One meal at a time. Let's clear up a few myths that keep showing up whenever we talk about salt and bones. Some of them sound convincing, but when we look closer, the truth is much simpler. Myth 1. Sea salt is healthier than table salt. Many people switch to sea salt thinking it's a better choice. The truth. Sea salt and table salt have almost the same amount of sodium. Sea salt crystals may look larger, but once dissolved, your body can't tell the difference. What is different is the trace minerals. Sea salt has tiny amounts of magnesium or potassium, but not enough to balance the sodium. So, yes, it may taste milder, but it doesn't protect your bones. The real win is using less of either kind, not swapping one for the other. Tip. If you like sea salt for the flavor, use a pinch of coarse flakes at the end of cooking that gives taste and texture with less sodium overall. Myth 2. I don't use a salt shaker, so I'm fine. This one surprises almost everyone. Over 70% of the salt most people eat doesn't come from the shaker. It's built into packaged foods, bread, cheese, sauces, soups, even breakfast cereals can load you with salt before lunch. So the focus shouldn't be how much I sprinkle, but what's already hiding inside. Simple rule. If it comes in a box, can, or jar, glance at the label. Under 5% sodium per serving, you'll safe zone. Myth 3. Low blood pressure means I can eat as much salt as I want. It's tempting to think that way. But even if your blood pressure is normal, excess salt still affects your bones and kidneys. Too much sodium forces calcium out through urine, and that loss happens quietly, no matter what your blood pressure says. So normal BP doesn't mean salt immunity. Moderation still matters for strong bones and stable energy. Myth 4. All salty foods taste salty. Another sneaky one. Some foods like breads, salad dressings, or breakfast bars can taste sweet but still hide high sodium. Your tongue can't always detect it. That's why label awareness is more powerful than taste alone. When you understand these myths, salt becomes simple to manage. It's not about fear or restriction, it's about awareness. And that awareness gives you control over your bones, your heart, and your long-term energy. In our final section, we'll bring everything together, a short summary, a message of hope, and one last reminder that small daily choices truly rebuild strong, confident bones. So, let's take a deep breath and look back at what we've learned together today. You now know that salt isn't just about taste, it's a quiet force that can either protect your body or slowly drain your bones if it goes unchecked. We started by uncovering the hidden sodium in everyday foods, from processed meats and canned soups to so-called healthy snacks and restaurant meals. Then, we turned that awareness into action with 4 smart swaps that keep flavor and protect bone strength. Fresh herbs instead of processed meats, homemade soups instead of canned ones, crunchy nuts and chickpeas instead of chips, and simple vinaigrettes instead of salty bottled dressings. We built your daily action plan, starting the day hydrated and balanced, training your taste buds to love real flavor, and adding movement, potassium, and calm to your evenings. And finally, we cleared up the biggest myths that often confuse people, because when you know the truth, you can act with confidence. Now, here's the takeaway that truly matters. You don't need to be perfect to protect your bones. You just need to be consistent. Every small choice, one less salty meal, one walk after dinner, one glass of water instead of soda adds up. That's how strength is rebuilt quietly, daily. and naturally. So the next time you sit down for a meal, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this food feeding my bones or draining them? That one question can change the direction of your health for years to come. If this video helped you see salt in a new way, please take a second to like it. It helps us reach more people who want to live stronger, longer, and wiser after 60. Leave a comment below with one small change you're planning to make. Your story could inspire someone else to start theirs. And of course, subscribe to Senior Vital Health for simple, science-backed guidance that makes healthy living clear, hopeful, and doable one habit at a time. Because after all, aging well isn't about fighting time. It's about working with your body with patience, purpose, and heart.